You might think, oh, bandage is nothing, you can just get it everywhere. But no, for me, it's a very big deal.
Because of the lack of medical supply, medical equipment, people are dying.
Hi, my name is Lee Ponsky, and I'm the founder and president of MedWish International. Let me tell you, this means something. The volunteers that work with us and partner with us, we're saving lives.
There are tremendous disparities between the Western healthcare we receive here in the United States and that available in developing countries. Supplies that you and I take for granted are very hard to get and often too expensive for these hospitals and doctors in the developing world.
I founded MedWish in 1993, so I found a surgeon who would travel to Nigeria and work on a missionary hospital. And it was there that we would start our days in the operating room washing out the rubber gloves that we had used the day before, washing out the syringes that we had used the day before. We would cut pieces of fishing line to use up to sew people's wounds up, and we would collect bread bags from the villages to examine people. And I had known that we were throwing this stuff away, the stuff that they needed, the syringes and the rubber gloves, we throw it away every day in the United States.
The mission of MedWish International is to take usable medical supplies and equipment that our local hospitals, medical device companies, and individuals want to get rid of. And instead of letting them end up in local landfills, we send them overseas to countries in need to save lives and conserve our environment.
Seeing how you're changing lives, how can you not love going to work? I mean, you can get caught up in the details of it, but at the end of the day, saving lives and saving the environment, how cool is that?
People often ask about that aha moment. When did I really know that we wanted to start something like MedWish? And I think when I look back, I was working with one of my friends, the Nigerian doctors, in the emergency room in this village that I was in. And a family brought this woman in. They were carrying her from her arms and her legs. And she was barely alive. And we brought her in and put her on a gurney, and we started CPR. And we needed so much. We needed a tube to put her in her throat to keep her breathing. We needed EKG equipment to monitor her heart rate. We needed syringes and all kinds of supplies to help treat her wounds, but we didn't have them. And as we were doing the CPR, we had to decide to just stop the CPR and let her go because we couldn't keep her alive. And that was a pretty powerful moment. And that's when I realized that the fact that this woman died, not because of a cancer or something like that, but because we didn't have supplies that we throw away every day in the US. I said, you know what, we're going to start an organization and we're going to start something that just makes sense. And that's how MedWish was born.
We go out as far west as Elyria and Lorain County, as far east as Ashtabula, as far south as Akron, Canton. So it's from Northeast Ohio, and we're known for our medical care, and we should be known also for the solution that MedWish offers to all the surplus product that hospitals are forced to discard.
Volunteers are the heart and soul of MedWish.
Without volunteers, we'd be sunk in a deluge of incoming supplies.
If it was not for the volunteers, we could not exist.
I feel so inspired. I feel like I've made such a difference in the lives of people that I'll never meet.
There is no rote, busy work here. It's not like the volunteers are doing the lame stuff while we're sitting in the office smoking cigars and drinking brandy and having fun. You're out here in the trenches with us actually building these pallets, so you actually can say, I helped build a container for Nigeria, I helped pack a hand carry for Honduras. Volunteers are how we succeed here at MedWish, and without them we would not be able to succeed, and we would not be able to tell our stories and tell our recipients' stories. I think every volunteer should know that their work here is really engaged and really does make an impact, like something that you sort today, maybe tomorrow we pull and we put on an order.
We actually had a volunteer that helped find a mitral heart valve that went to help save a girl's life in Honduras. That's something that just happens here.
When I wake up, I know that I'm going to be able to give back.
I get to help other people and save lives, and that's what I want to do.
It is what I thought it was, but it is so much more.
We are helping literally thousands of patients and people around the world who otherwise would die.
That's priceless. That's like worth millions of dollars. I don't have to go there. I just come here and be a part of everything that we do here at MedWish.
The work you're doing here today is not just about this one day that you're here and the one box of supplies that you may load. It's about the impact that you're making around the world. And I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for joining us today and for the work that you're doing here with MedWish.
Volunteers do a great job sorting our supplies and getting it where it needs to go within the warehouse, but we need their financial support to provide it overseas. When a volunteer leaves the MedWish warehouse, I hope that their commitment to MedWish and their involvement with MedWish is just beginning.
We're going to continue to grow this organization and spread throughout the country and throughout the world. You may not know the people's names and you may not know their faces, but I can promise you they're thanking you, and I thank you.